Picture this. You are walking towards me. We're at a college campus. This is you, this is me. We're walking towards each other. Right as I pass you, I like trip and fall right in front of you. I mean, like, hopefully you help me up and we're like, I need to be more careful or whatever, and then we like go our separate directions. I feel like from my perspective, this could go two ways. I could be thinking about that for the rest of the day. I'm like, oh my god, that's so embarrassing. I like tripped and fell flat on my face in front of this person. Let's say from your perspective, in that moment, you're probably like, oh no, like, oh, like, is she okay and stuff, right? And like maybe 5 to 10 seconds later, you're probably back to worrying about the exam you're gonna take tomorrow, or some assignment that you still haven't completed, or the fact that you're super sleep deprived and tired and you just want to go back to wherever you're living and just like fall asleep. What you do that is embarrassing is just a tiny, tiny fraction of their reality. Hey guys, it's Maggie. So today I'm going to be talking about how to not care as much about what other people are thinking about you. So right now I'm viewing this world from a first person perspective, right? Like I am experiencing talking to the camera, filming this, expressing my thoughts, and I perceive this room. Like my consciousness is experiencing all of this, right? Versus like for you, I'm not you, so I don't know what you're thinking, but like if you're seeing this, like you're watching my video, you're seeing me virtually and you're just perceiving this like rectangle with me in it. Maybe your mind is like preoccupied with the events happening in your life, maybe tasks you have to do throughout the day. Maybe your mind is like preoccupied with other things, but like in general, you're like focused on yourself and thinking about how this video can maybe like help you out, right? But we aren't connecting. Like this is like a virtual connection, as in part of my experience right now is sharing things for you guys, and then part of your experience is hearing thoughts that I kind of like want to share. So we are like virtually connecting, but like our experience is centered around kind of like our own consciousness and our own reality, right? My point there is that we are kind of all like just focusing on our own lives, and we all are living from first person, right? We cannot access or experience the consciousness of other human beings. Basically, like I'm focusing on me, you're focusing on you, we are connecting, but we are experiencing our own individual lives, even though they're intertwined. My point is that like in a social interaction, for instance, there is the spotlight effect, which means that people tend to think other people are thinking more about them than they actually are. So like, let's say in like a social setting, you're having a conversation with Bob. Like if you're having a conversation with another person, you might be thinking the person almost like judging you or something, but that's not the reality. The reality is that that person you're talking to is focused on themselves. Maybe they're worrying about how they're being perceived if you're judging them. So it's like everyone has their own problems. Everyone has their own life to worry about. Like no one's like thinking about whether or not you said something out of social norms, whether or not you did something embarrassing, like none of that really matters, you know? But what if they do judge you? What if you walk into a room, you are wearing clothes that are maybe not conventional, or I don't know, like you look different from other people, or you are acting differently. And what if that person you talk to does judge you? Well, then that's their problem, right? Like, as I've said like so many times, people's judgment is just a reflection of their own insecurity, and they're just projecting like that their judgment, them judging you is like purely their problem, because who are you to judge someone else based off appearance or something like that? I feel like I've honestly come to learn that our like deepest judgments are rooted in like subconscious jealousy or something like that. It's like basically them judging you just shows that like they're insecure. If that's your friend, then like maybe, I don't know, like find better friends for you, not people who would like judge you, you know? Someone judging you is more of a reflection of them rather than like a reflection of you. I feel like our responsibility is just to be authentic, be ourselves, and what others think of that is like none of our business, or how other people may judge that has nothing to do with us, because that's their own thinking process, and the way you are perceived is within their mind, and it has nothing to do with you. However that is perceived is not our problem, because we are trying our best to be like real and authentic. And if someone else thinks that you being yourself is a problem, then they probably have to do some inner work and reflect on their own thoughts and why they're thinking that way. Let's say you do something embarrassing, they perceive you for 5 seconds. That is just a tiny, like a very, very small fraction of their world, of their reality, their consciousness that they're experiencing in those 5 seconds, that they won't they won't think about. It's like a really brief moment of your reality bumping into theirs, like an interaction, right? Them perceiving you almost falling is just a tiny fraction of their world in those 5 seconds. Most of their mind is probably still focused somewhere else on like their own problems, and just in the bigger picture of their lives, it's literally nothing. They're like they don't care because they're focusing on themselves. Basically, what you do that is embarrassing is just a tiny fraction of their reality, of like their experience and their perception of the world around them. Them perceiving you doing something embarrassing in that tiny moment is like utterly insignificant. Like that moment of embarrassment is utterly insignificant compared to their perceptions and their thoughts on their own life that they're worrying about at that moment. Like they literally are not thinking about you at all. Yeah, let's say if someone is spending all their time judging other people and like reminiscing, thinking back on how other people embarrass themselves and be like, that's so funny. Like that's just, I think they have a lot of things to work through, and that's honestly like really concerning to me. Now I'm gonna quickly talk about like a mindset shift that we could have, reshaping what these experiences mean. I'm gonna focus on like embarrassing situations right now because, as I said in a previous video, I think embarrassment is undervalued and underappreciated. There's a reason for embarrassment, right? Embarrassment happens because you do something outside of social norms or outside of what is deemed normal or a normal way to behave or act or say or thing to say in like a certain situation. And if you break outside of that social construct and you do something like embarrassing, I guess, it's like, honestly, I would frame that in a positive light. I think embarrassment can come from failure, and it can come from failing publicly. And I think my key takeaway from that is that you are trying and you are brave enough to try and fail. And the embarrassment is just a sign that you're trying your best and that you're learning something, because from every failure you learn a lesson, right? Let's say you try something and you embarrass yourself because you did it wrong or something like that. I think, I don't know, I just see that as, like I made a mistake, but it's good that I made a mistake because now I've learned from it. I can like keep improving. It just shows that you're not afraid to try and not afraid to put yourself out there. It's just kind of just being more comfortable with being uncomfortable and just like stepping outside of your comfort zone. I think that's all like very related. Obviously, there's always like a healthy level of like, I guess, caring what others think of you. Like, I'm not going to go to a fine dining restaurant in pajamas. Like, that's, first of all, like, there's like self-respect and respect in general. I'm just saying, in like situations when you put yourself out there, maybe try something new, try something uncomfortable. Embarrassment might be a good thing. Oh, also, just like final note, like honestly, like we're all going to die anyway. So like, let's say I embarrass myself in front of someone, right? So in the long run, we're both going to be dead. Like 300 years from now, we're both dead, right? So it's like why did that moment of embarrassing moment matter? You know, because we're like not alive anymore. Life is short. And life is very valuable. So like all of our, like your life is so valuable and everyone's life is just so valuable. So why should I spend any of my time thinking about something I did wrong or a way I embarrassed myself or worrying if someone judged me when their judgment doesn't matter? When I could be spending my time like doing something I enjoy or just like spending my time the way I want to spend it. Final note, I know it is not easy to control your thoughts, and I think I think everything is a process. Like we're all working towards mindset shifts, and just like, we're all like trying our best, and we all have things we struggle with. Like what I've said in this video are just words. Like life is hard, and like mindset shifts and stuff. Like I have a lot of mindset shifts I need to work on, I think. I don't know, like we're all working on stuff, and the only thing that matters is the fact that we are trying and we're improving and we're not giving up. So yeah, I believe in all of us. We are all doing great, in my opinion, as long as we're trying our best. And yeah, remember to be kind to yourself, to be like compassionate to yourself, I guess. I think I also need to work on like self-kindness and stuff like that. I think like talking to myself in a kind way, I think that's important. We're all going to do great. I believe in all of us. That's really it for this video. Was there anything else I wanted to mention? I don't think so. I hope this video was worth your time to watch. You could leave suggestions down below. Yeah, I don't know. I'm always open to feedback. Maybe like let me know if there's anything specific you want to watch, any specific things you want me to talk about. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Like, you want to say bye? You want to say bye? Oh, sorry. Oh God. He's like, do I take it? Oh. Bye bye.